Thinking like a business intelligence analyst. Hi, my people. Welcome back to 100 Days of Data with Miss Mailiana. Is day 76. And today we are talking about thinking like a business intelligence analyst. All right. So, first and foremost, a business intelligence analyst, you are in the process of or you are at the junction or the center of business decision process, right? So you are at the center of the process where business decisions are made. Okay, you, as previously said in previous videos, you connect the people, the process, the tools all together to make sure that there's a smooth run in the business so that the business grows. So now you know that's the business intelligence. You being an analyst, you sit in the process of making sure the business intelligence the business decisions are made properly with the right evidence. So it's let me just explain why we're talking about this. And we started with data analytics before it got into business intelligence. So your skills as a data analyst play a vital role in you being a great business intelligence analyst. Reason being that you're going to use data to as your evidence to know what to say, what not to say, to know what to do and what not to do, to know what to improve and what not to, and what to cancel as well. So decision making in business, you sit there because you have the intelligence and you have the analytical mind to go through it as well. As you are thinking as a business intelligence person, this is how you would think. Sorry for hitting you. This is how you think. Review results against the objective. Always more of like the objective is what? The desired results, as we mentioned last in the last video, right? The desired result, you have to review it as well. So you have to review the results against sorry. I think I just made an error. All right. So sorry, scratch that. The objective and the results are quite different. So the objective could be the desired results, but I don't want to explain it in that way because of the like I don't want to use the same words to explain. All right. So the objective is the desired destination, right? The growth we want to see. So the next level we want to see in the business could be the objective. It's same as desired result, but I just don't want to use it here. All right. So the next level. So I'll use the word next level, right, as the objective. Also, the objective could be a solution. The objective could be a solution that you are working towards, right? So we are making a business decision to solve a problem. So the problem could be the solution, objective could be the solution to that problem. So now when you are a business intelligence analyst, whatever results you get, which mostly comes in the data form, you review it against the solution you want to see or against the next level you of the business desire most of the time. So that's how you have to be thinking. First and foremost, you have to think that, in fact, you sit in the process. Now, what process are you sitting on? The business decision making process. So you are a very vital stakeholder there. Then now, whenever you are practicing as a data intelligence, as a business intelligence analyst, you mostly review results against objective, and the objective could be solution or the next level, the next desired results from the business as well. Now, the three major things I want you to start building on as you build your career in the data and business field as a business intelligence, I say the first thing is the mindset. The mindset of you being a stakeholder to make, what am I spelling? A stakeholder to make sure that the business grows, or a stakeholder to get the business to grow, right? So you are always in the growth mindset, right? So growth. right? Then another mindset is that decision making decision making falls on your lap, right? Most of the time, like carry it like your baby. That the decisions you make, you carry like you give the evidence to it. So you have to be very attention to detail, very result oriented to make sure that the decisions that are made always give the right results, not the wrong results. Even if or even when the decision we take brings some bad results, ownership. You own it and you correct, always in the review mode to correct, right? So these are the four mindsets I want you to have. The growth mindset is going to even cover everything, because if you have a growth mindset, you're always going to look for how to make things better, right? The next thing is you're going to be in the decision pool almost every time, so you have to be ready to make decisions. I have been in teams whereby it's time for us to make some serious decisions, and they're like, Miss Mailiana, I'm like, why can't you all think? All right. So you will play a lot of decision. And then now you have to own your decisions that you bring on board. So you take accountability, and if there's good results, you take the good results and clap for yourself. If there's bad results, you review and you move forward as well. So this is going to help you. The next thing is your responsibilities, right? And I think your responsibilities cut across what you have in mind. Your responsibility is that you have to make sure business grows. So you give what um let's say I don't want to bring their contributions here. You give, so you have to make sure the business grow, the people are satisfied. If I say that people are satisfied, I'm sure if you're new here, you wouldn't understand. So you have to watch, I think, two videos before now to understand what the people is, right? If you're a business intelligence analyst, you should understand the people in the business, or the people that the business affects one way or the other, either the owner or the customer, everybody involved in that business circle. The next is the process, and the next is the tool. So you have to understand, you have to make sure that all the people are satisfied. The next is the process of the business goes runs well, right? Runs well, right? So the process runs well, and the tools are efficient to run them. So if you put it this way, you know that okay, the people must. So when you are coming in when you are moving in to be a great business analyst, if you have it in mind, PPT, the people process tools. So you know your tools, right? So you know your all the tools that are needed, Excel, Power BI, software develop, like all that, right? The people involved, right? You know how to, okay, this the stakeholders, I know the process involved in the business. So if even if this is just a tip, if you are going into go for a job interview as a business intelligence analyst, having these three things could help you a lot, and even could structure your interview answering question, like you answering your interview questions. What do I mean by that? You first and foremost go study the people behind the company you are going for the interview for. You study all of them, and you study the customers that they serve, the people that they serve, because every website or organization website or business website will have it that okay, this is what we do, this are our services, this is our mission, this is our vision, about us, and all those. You have to study to know the people, right, and know how you satisfy them. Then now you have to know the process of how they do it. So they will say how we do things, so you have to know about this. And then the tools that they use, probably you may not get the tools that they use, but most of the time people, when they are posting job opening and vacancy, they talk about the job description and what you do. So that's where the tool comes in, and you know what to do. So that will help you do well. And this is a could be a tip for anyone who is doing any, like if you're going for any job, people, process, tools. And then you know how to center yourself to satisfy the people, how to center yourself to run the process well, and satisfy set yourself to know how to use the tools efficiently as well. So the final skill or the final mind, should I say that? The final thinking allow the final thinking is going to be practical contribution. So you are not someone that will say, oh, I think the idea is a good idea and full stop. Nothing. I think it's a good idea and full stop. As a business intelligence analyst, no, that doesn't cut it. Right? Okay. All right. So you now have to make sure that you give practical contribution. So let me use the black. So actionable. I think we should up the marketing for this particular awareness campaign is doing so well. You're telling them to up it up because you're not just anybody, you're making sure that the process goes well, right? Actionable things to be done in the next level, right? The next, I think, right, giving right contributions that will move on to the next thing. Um, I want to talk, what comes in mind is investments, but I want to put it in, right? Okay, let me put it investments channels. Channels, right? So this carries a lot, and that'll be the final for this video, right? So the investment channels cut is a lot. So let's say we want to grow our customers, right? So you are going to give contribution that will talk about how do we invest to get more customers, right? Probably that may be customers, or how do we invest to get more sales, right? Or how do we invest to get more profits? What has to go? The investment could be that okay, we need to maybe we take maybe it's a product that we produce, so we take maybe 48 hours to produce. Why don't we bring it to 24, right? So we are investing to get to cut down the production process from 48 hours to 24, what needs to be done and all that. So you just don't give it's a good idea. I think it's a good idea. No, you gave practical contribution. So, in summary, as a business intelligence analyst, you sit in the process of decision making in the business. Whenever you sit in that position, always review your results against the objective. The objective could be a solution to a business problem or the next level we want to get to in the business. Three major sectors you have to start thinking are you have to build a mindset that is a stakeholder mindset for growth, a decision mindset whereby you own your decisions, ownership. You own it and say that, oh, let's do this, let's do that. And when it goes well, you own it. When it goes bad, you own it and review it. Then you also take your responsibility seriously, focus on the business growth, the people get satisfied, both staff, customers, and everybody. The process runs well and the tools are efficient to run everything. Then also be practical in when you are giving your contribution, give actionable contribution and also build investment channel contributions so that the business grows. I hope you learned a lot from this as well. Thank you so much for learning with us. I'm going to see you in the next video. Bye for now.